For today's Cyber CEO episode,
the dude is sunshine. He's completely happy. He's excited to help us. He really wants to see our business grow and just, real happy to have him for sure. I don't think I've had an in-house assistant that has ever been so concerned about how they can help me. It's amazing, actually. It's really cool. It's really good. It's been quite impressive. It's been really easy and great. And we'll probably in the next year have another Cyberbacker join us.
Welcome to Cyber CEO, wherein we talk about how our Cyberbackers helped our Cyber CEOs take their businesses to the next level. Cyber CEO is powered by Cyberbacker, the world's leading provider of admin support services from anywhere in the world to anyone in the world. Please visit our website www.cyberbacker.com for more details. Okay, another awesome day here at Cyberbacker. My name is Jello. We're back with another episode of Cyber CEO. And of course, we have a very special guest on the show right now. Bill, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you very much for asking and for being on the show. I know you're very busy. Now, to kick things off, to let you know, we have a lot of listeners who are also business owners just like you. So I need your help. Can you introduce yourself to our audience? Maybe starting off with, what's your role in the business, Bill?
I'm a Rainmaker, a small team I run with my daughter. So I've been in the business close to 40 years, right out of college, and we're still producing at a good high level.
Gosh, a ton of experience for you there. 40 years is what you said?
Close to 40, yeah.
Close to 40. A lot of experience again. Now, how about...
It started when I was 12.
Really?
Just kidding. Yeah.
Now, talking more about your experience with Cyberbacker, is this your first time working with someone virtual?
First time virtual. Most of my career, I've had in-house assistants in the past, and this is the first time with a virtual assistant.
Now, how was the transition there? Because again, as what we told, a lot of people are used to working with people that you meet personally. Now, everything's going a bit more virtual. So was it a big change for you?
The change was mental. I was very apprehensive about it, but once we got into the process, it seemed a whole lot easier than I expected. And the Cyberbacker we ended up choosing has fit in very easy.
Okay, gotcha. No worries then. That's good to know that's not a big change for you. Now, let's talk about your Cyberbacker, Chester. Before you worked with them, you went through the hiring process. How did that go for you? How did that experience go?
Again, I was sort of apprehensive about it, but I think it was fairly easy. The candidates that were presented to us all had great characteristics, and I probably could have hired just about all of them. But there was something that connected with me with Chester in our interview, and his energy seemed to be right.
All right. Now, I think a good feeling when it comes to talking to people, once you hire them and become a part of your team, I think that's very important. So just that feeling that you're going to be able to work with them every day, right?
Right. Absolutely.
Yes. Now, more about your Cyberbacker. What are the things that you leverage off to him every day?
Right now, we have a variety of tasks we're sending to them. He's helping us with a lot of our follow-up plans, our newsletters, our blog posts, helping us with integrations of some of our systems where we've had to troubleshoot certain things. And when you're dealing with a couple different systems that have to talk to each other, it can be kind of confusing if you're not a tech person. And what's really cool about Cyberbacker is that if Chester doesn't know the answer, he has the resources with you guys to go ask questions to other Cyberbackers and headbackers that are working with top teams all across the country. So the resources in-house are really cool for us to be able to tap into.
Yes, again, you're not just getting one person. You get a whole team, of course, to support you in your business.
Yeah, and that was unexpected, actually. I didn't realize that when we first reached out.
Mm-hmm. Yes, of course. Now, one of the advantages of having a cyberbacker, again, the support that you have with your cyberbacker and the support that your cyberbacker has. Now, we already talked about a few of the things that your cyberbacker is doing for you in the business. What I'm curious more about is how about personally? Has he had an impact on your personal life, though?
Yeah, absolutely. I kind of joke about it. I make the comment jokingly, and I tell people when they ask me about him, I said the dude is sunshine because he comes to the call every morning. He's completely happy. He's excited to help us. He really, he really wants to see our business grow, and I truly believe that. I being in the business a long time, you see through the BS, and I believe the guy's sincere. I believe everything he's doing is legit, and I'm just real happy to have him for sure.
All right, that's good to know. Now, how long have you been working with Chester, by the way?
I think it's about 4 months, maybe right
4 months.
now.
So fairly new
So
then.
fairly new. But again, I've had a lot of assistance over my career, so I mean, I sort of know how to hand things off to him to get him going, and he didn't come to the table completely knowing everything that we
Mhm.
do, and that's understandable. Giving him some rope on certain
Mhm.
things, but he's been energetic. He's filled that void, and he's learned what he needed to learn,
Mhm.
and there isn't anything that we've asked him to do that he hasn't either been able to do or figure out how to do it
Mhm.
through either you guys or his own research. He puts a lot into it, and I think he enjoys it. He seems like he really likes what he's doing, so it's great.
There we go. Just having someone who's having fun while they're doing their, of course, their tasks, their roles. I think that's already an asset to have in any business, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, fairly new into the partnership, 4 months into the partnership with Chester, how did this become a successful partnership between you and your cyberbacker? Because we have a lot of listeners that might have difficulty in working with someone who's virtual. So, do you have any tips that you can share?
I think you have to be patient
Mhm.
for one because it's a new relationship, and you need to honor the other person
Mhm.
and what they believe and sense from what you're giving them. I think you have to learn what their strengths are and play into their strengths.
Mhm.
Yeah, and not focus on so much what they can or can't do right off the bat, but what they can do
Mhm.
and how strong they are at being able to learn and find the answers to help dig in and get the results that you need. And I think the more rope that you give them in the beginning, makes them feel more comfortable. I think when Chester came to the call, he shared a couple stories with me about his experiences in life in general and his parents' experiences, and it was interesting and surprising to know a little bit about his background because he said a few things that were unexpected,
Mhm.
and um, and he also said that he was very nervous about his conversations with us in the beginning because he didn't know how we would receive him.
Mhm.
It was kind of an eye opener to hear
Mhm.
all that, and it allowed us to you know work together more closely and understand at least a little bit more about where he's coming from
Sure.
and where he sees us, as opposed to us just jumping right in and
Mhm.
getting totally busy on business because
Sure.
I think you have to feel the person out and develop some sort of rapport and
True.
relationship before you can just start delegating all kinds of crazy tasks to them that you know to someone that hasn't been in our end of the real estate world, it may seem meaningless. So I don't know. I just think the more flexibility you have in the
Mhm.
relationship as a person that's hiring a cyberbacker, the better off you're going to be, and
Of
and
course.
and the more you'll get out of the person you hire in a positive way because they know that you respect them and you appreciate them, and they'll work you know relentlessly to help you get what you want as
True.
long as there's that relationship in place. And I would right now, our relationship's real good, and not that it would change in the future, but I would do whatever I could do to make his job easier.
Yes, of course. Again, just having those real conversations is with your cyberbacker, also having a feel is what you mentioned with their personality, things like that, because you're working with this person every day of the week. So there has to be rapport, right?
Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, we talk all day long throughout the day. And, it's like today, for instance, I had some personal things that I had to do along with this. And, I'm comfortable, not having to talk to him today. I said, look, I'll call you later this afternoon. Keep on what you're doing, and we'll get into it at the end of the day today. And I'm totally comfortable with that because I know he's got a set group of tasks, and he's gonna nail them, and then we'll get back together at the end of the day. The other thing about that, just to elaborate a little bit more, is that I think the accountability that you guys have put in place for the cyberbackers is it makes it, it makes that apprehension that you have in the beginning kind of worry free, because you guys are monitoring their performance as well. And we are we're getting reports from the head backer, we're getting reports from our cyberbacker on what he accomplished at the end of the day, and throughout the day as well. He's always checking in, asking if there's anything he can do for me. So I mean, it's pretty amazing. I don't think I've had an in-house assistant that has ever been so concerned about how they can help me seemingly almost at every moment of the day. So it's amazing, actually. It's really cool.
Having a partner in your cyberbacker, Chester, right there, someone who is invested in your success, of course, in the success of your business.
Yeah, exactly. And I believe that, with the things that Cyberbacker does on the back end for your clients, however you guys reference them, I think it's a great partnership with you and your cyberbackers, because you guys seem to really support them in ways that just hiring somebody off the street would never happen.
Of course.
So it's really good. It's been quite impressive.
That's good to know. That's good that you are having a great experience with Cyberbacker. Now,
I
have one last question for you, Bill.
Sure.
We've been talking about Chester for a while now, but for sure he's going to be able to watch this once we have this on social media. So we would like to know, what's the first thing that comes to mind when what's the first thing that comes to mind that you really like about Chester?
Just his overall excitement as far as getting into the day. Because as you can probably tell, I'm a pretty monotone, low key kind of person, but he lifts me up every morning when we talk and gets me excited for the day, which is great. I'm not real expressive in the way I handle myself on a daily basis, and to have that, just helps elevate me just a little bit more. What I would like to add, one other thing, is that 𝗙𝗃𝗃 that runs your company, he used to do seminars for Keller-Williams, and I participated in one of those probably, I don't know, maybe 6-7 years ago. It was on hiring a virtual assistant. This was before Cyberbacker. And I remember, listening to his class and going through the class and thinking to myself, oh my God, that just seems so difficult to go on Facebook or Indeed and try to find somebody overseas to help me. It's crazy. I'm not going to do that. But then I discovered Cyberbacker this past year, because the broker in our office is using a Cyberbacker, and I knew of Craig through that class. So I looked into it, and it's been really easy and great. And we'll probably in the next year have another Cyberbacker join us.
That's going to be very exciting, creating your own Cyberbacker. And of course, creating your own Cyberbacker team. And again, we too here are very excited to see where this growth leads to, this partnership. This growth leads to, of course, in the next couple of months. And again, Bill, thank you very much for dropping by. I had fun talking to you today.
My pleasure. Happy to do it.
Thank you for listening to our daily dose of CyberCEO. Stay tuned to know more about how Cyberbacker creates a difference in this digital time and age. You can visit our website www.cyberbacker.com and follow our social media pages on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Spotify.